Hello everyone, welcome back to the another video in chain rule. In previous video, we have seen some questions based on the chain rule. So in this video, I have taken some more questions based on this chain rule. So let us see the first question. So pause the video and write your own. So same formula I am going to apply. So have you remembered the formula? What is the formula if you want to find out the work? M1 H1 D1 by W1 is equals to M2 H2 D2 by W2. So let us see the first question. 16 persons working 6 hours a day can complete a work in 10 days. In how many days 24 persons working 8 hours a day will complete 80% of that work? So what is the given information? How many men are working? 16 men. And how many hours? 6 hours. And how many days they are taking? 10 days to complete the total work. So total work I am taking 100%. Okay. So in the same way, 24 persons are there. They are working 8 hours per day and they are completing just 80% of the work. And they are asking how many days will it take. So substitute in that formula M1 H1 D1 by W1 is equals to M2 H2 D2 by W2. So what is M1? 16 into 6 into 10 by W1 is 100%. And here also same 24 into 8 into I don't know about D. I have to find out and it is 80%. Okay. So this 0, 0 cancel, 8, 8 cancel, 10, 10 cancel. And 3 2s are 6, 3 8s are 24, 8 into 2, 16. So only 2 into 2 left. So the days is equals to 2 into 2. Days is equals to 4 days. So the correct option is 4. Hope you got the same answer. So let us see the next question. If 17 persons in 17 hours can paint 17 identical rooms of size S, then the time taken by 150 persons to paint 150 identical rooms of same size. So they're asking, okay, so how many men are there? Like 17 persons are there. They're taking 17 hours and they're painting the 17 identical rooms. So the work done by them is 17. Okay. And here the how many persons are there? 150 persons and they are painting 150 rooms. So what is the hours? We have to find out. So what is the formula? M1 H1 by W1 is equals to M2 H2 by W2. So what is M17 into 17 by W1 is equals to 150 into I don't know H hours. I have to find out and here it is 150. So this W1 is nothing but 17. So this 17, 17 cancel, 150, 150 cancel. So how many hours? 17 hours. So the option is 17. I hope you also get the same answer. Let us see the next question. A certain number of persons can complete a work in 34 days working 9 hours per day. If the number of persons are decreased by 40%, then how many hours a day should the remaining persons work to complete the work in 51 days? So it is asked in APSI. So pause the video, do it by yourself. I'll give you just 2 to 3 minutes. You have to solve in 1 minute only. Okay. So now let us take, meanwhile I'll also do, let us take the 40%. So how can I write 40% into 2 by 5? So if I want to convert this fraction like percentage into fractional part, so how I'll get 2 by 5? So this 2 by 5, what is that saying? Decreased by 40% means the total first members are there, 5 members and they are decreased 2 members. So total how many members are there now? 3. So the ratio is like 5 members are there and 3 members are there. So after decreasing the 40%. Now my formula is like 34 days are there. And here how many hours are there? 9 hours are there. Here how many days? Then how many hours a day? Okay, 51 days are there. And how many hours? I don't know. I have to find out the hours. So I know about the men. So initially they are 5 members. After then they are decreased into 3. So just substitute in the formula like M1 D1 H1 is equals to M2 D2 H2. What is M1? 5 into 34 into 9 is equals to 3 into 51 into H. So into 4, like into 3, and this is into 2. Okay. So 17 into 2, 34, 17 into 3 is 51. Okay. Next, 3 ones are 3 threes are 9, and these 3 and this 3 cancel. So total it is 5 into 2 left hours. So H is equals to 10 hours. Hope you have got the same answer. That is 10 hours he has to require, like the number of hours they're asking. How many hours? 10 hours they have required. So I'll go to the next question. Okay, let us go to the next question. That is fourth question. Read it once. 14 persons can do a work in 18 days. After 5 days of work, 6 workers left the work and joined back on the last day of the work. In how many days the work got completed? So first, initially, how many members are there? 14 members are there. They have done how many days? 18 days. They can complete the entire work in how many days? But after 5 days of work, they left. 6 workers are left and joined back on the last day of the work. Means I'm telling that 5 days plus 1 day. Why? Because the 14 persons are working how many days? 6 days. The remaining days, the only 12 like 14 minus 6 is only 8 members are working. Are you understanding? So this I'm just subtracting minus 6 days because 5 days plus 1 day is 6 days. Here they are working 5 days and here they are working last day means 1 day. 1 day plus 5 days is 6 days. So same 14 members can work, then they can finish the entire remaining work in 12 days. Okay. So the remaining work can complete in 12 days. But what they have done, 6 workers are left. So if I minus 14 minus 6, then how many workers are there? Only 8 workers. So only 8 workers are there. Now I have to find out how much time they will require, like how much days they are going to finish the work. Okay. So substitute in the same formula, that is M1 D1 is equals to M2 D2. I know about M1. What is M1? 14. And what is D1? 12 days. 14 persons can finish in 12 days. But I only have now 8 men. And how much days they are going to take? So cancel 2 into 4, 2 into 7. 4 into 4 threes. So how many days? Days is equals to 21. So if they're asking, so 21 is option is there, you can pick. But what they're asking, in how many days the work got completed. So they're asking entire work, not the remaining work. So the remaining work got completed in 21 days plus already they have done 6 days of work. So 21 plus 6 days is 27 days. So the total work they'll complete in 27 days. So this type of questions you have to observe the question. So if they're asking about only to find the remaining work, so remaining work how many days, then you can pick the answer, that is 21. But they're asking in how many days the work got completed. So here it refers the total work. So you have to find out the total days. So just see it once. Hope everyone got the answer. So going to the next question. 105 people could complete a work in 36 days, but after they worked together for 8 days, their employer wanted that the work should be completed in a total of 29 days. So how many more workers need to be employed to meet the deadline? Okay, so first 105 people are there. They can finish the entire work in 36 days, but they have worked for some days. How many days? 8 days. But the owner of the work, like he is telling that it should be completed in 29 days only. So if work is completed very early, then we have to employ more people. So that is what he is asking, how many more workers are need to be employed. So first let us do first total 105 are there. So if they are doing, they can finish the entire work in 36 days. But already they have done 8 days of work. Okay. So same 105 people are there, then they can finish the remaining work in 28 days. Like 36 minus 8 is 28. But what is the owner is saying? Owner is saying that the work should be completed in 29 days only. Already they have done 8 days of work. So total remaining 21 days are left for only to meet the deadline. Okay. So then do it. So this is 105 is M1 and D1 is 28 and D2 is 21. So substitute in the formula M1 D1 is equals to M2 D2. So what is M1? 105 into 28 is equals to, I need to find out the M2 and D2 is 21. Okay. So this is into 3 and it is into 4. Okay, 7 into 3, 21, 7 into 4 is 28. And this is 3 into 3 3s are 9 and 3 5s are 15, 35. So 35 into 4 is how much? 35 into 4. It is 140. Okay. So total men required is 140. Okay, but he is asking that how many more men are there. So in already 140, more men I need to find out. Already 140 members I have find out and they are working 105 already there. So I have to subtract 140 minus 105. So 35 I'll get. So 35 more men are employed to meet the deadline. Okay, so the answer is 35. Hope you have got the answer. So once if you have done, then we'll go to the next question. So see this, 20 men are supposed to complete a work in 10 days. After working for 5 days, they realize that only 1/4 of work is done. How many more men they need to employ to finish the work on time? So same thing here also. First, how many members are there? First 20 members are there. Okay. And how many days they have done? 10 days they have done. Okay, so if 20 members are there, then if they are working for 10 days, they can finish the entire work. So I'm taking the entire work as one unit. Okay. So after working 5 days, so the complete work I'm telling, only 20 members are working for 5 days. They realize that only 1/4 of the work done. So only 1/4 of the work done. So I have to I have to find out the remaining work. So how many more men he is asking to employ to finish the work on time. So how many members? I don't know how many members they have done and same days, because entire should work completed in how many days? 10 days. Already 5 days they have taken. Remaining how many days? 5 days only, because 5 plus 5 is 10. Okay, work on time only he has to do. And what is the remaining work? Total work is, I'm telling, I'm taking 1 unit. Already they have done 1/4 unit. So remaining work is 3/4 units. Okay. Now I have to find out same. M1, D1 by W1 is equals to M2 D2 by W2. So here, what is M1? 20. Okay, completed work. And what is D1 days? 5 days. And how much work they have done? 1/4 work is equals to how many men I need to find out and how many days? 5 days. And the remaining work is 3/4. Okay, so this 4 is cancelled and 5 is cancelled. Here it is 20 into 3 cross multiply. So the M is equals to 20 into 3, 60. So the total men is 60. Okay, already I'm having 20%. He is asking that how many more men. So if I want to find out more men, I have to subtract extra men I need to find out, or more men I need to find out. So I have to subtract 60 minus already there how many 20. So I'll get 40 men. So the answer is 40. Okay. Hope you have got the same answer. Let us move to the next question. Read it once. A contractor employs 45 men to dig a canal 12 km long in 350 days. After 200, he finds that only 4.5 km of canal has been completed. Find the number of extra men he must employ in order to complete the work on time. Okay. So first list down all the numbers. How many men are there? 45 men are there. Okay. And how much days they are taking? 350 days they are taking. And how much work? 12 kilometer work they will do. Okay. So if entire work is completed in 45 by 45 men in 350 days, work is 12 kilometer long. Whereas they completed 200 days. Okay, in 350 days, they have completed 200 days. Only 4.5 kilometer canal has done with same members, that is 45 members. And how much it is remaining work? Remaining days is 150 days they have left, because he is telling that work on time. And how much they have left the kilometers? 12 minus 4.5. 7.5 kilometer has to dig. And how many more men need to add it? Same formula, that is M1 D1 by W1 is equals to M2 D2 by W2. Okay, so what is M1? 45 into 200 divided by 4.5 is equals to, I don't know about the remaining percents, like I need to find out M, and it is 150 divided by 77.5. Okay, this is into how it is going to cancel 50 into 3 and 50 into 4. Okay, and it is 4.5. This is into 3 and this is into 5. Next 3 into 1, 3 15s are 45. Okay, next 3 1s are 3 5s are. Okay, next nothing, it will be cancelled. Everything you have to multiply, that is 5 into 4 into 5 is equals to M. So 5 into 4 is 20, 20 into 5 is 100. So total 100 members, if they are working, then they can finish the entire canal. But already 45 members are there. So they're asking extra men only you have to find. So more men if you want, then you have to subtract 100 minus 45. Then you will get extra 55. So what is the answer? 55. Extra 55 members has to require to complete the work on time. So hope you have got the same answer. Please check with my answer. Next question we are moving. See this, a contractor undertook to finish a certain work in 124 days and employed 120 men on it. After 64 days, he found that he has already done 2 by 3rd of work. Means they are finishing early. Okay, the number of extra men he can discharge now, so that work may finish in time. Okay, so now they are giving like discharge of men. Here adding more men in this previous example. In this example, we are going to discharge the men. Okay, yes. Now see this. First, how many men are there? 120 men are there. And how many days they are working? 124 days they are working. And how much they are completed one work? Entire work means I am taking it as 1. So completed work after 64 days. Okay, 64 days they have done. So same members they are working. And how much work they have finished? 2 by 3 of work they have finished. And remaining work, how much work left? 1 by 3 because 1 is whole. So if you have 2 by 3 plus 1 by 3, then you'll get 1. And how many days they have left? 124. 64. If you are subtracting 124 minus 64, then you'll get 60. And you need to discharge how many men? Okay. So same formula M1 D1 by W1 is equals to M2 D2 by W2. Okay. So 120 into 64 divided by 2 by 3 is equals to M into 60 by 1 by 3. So this 3 cancel. 60 into 1, 60 into 2. This 2 cancel. So M is equals to 64 I have got. So this is nothing but I can discharge like only with 60, I can discharge 64%, like extra men are 64%. So already this work will be completed by using 64 members. So this remaining work will be completed by using 64 members. Already I'm having 120. So if I'm subtracting 120 minus 64, then it is 56. So I can discharge 56 people happily. Okay, to finish my work on time. Hope you have got the correct answer. If it is clear, then we'll move to the next question. Yes. 9th question. So 64 men working 8 hours a day plan to complete a piece of work in 9 days. After 5 days of work, they were able to complete only 40% of the work. The number of hours they should work per day has to complete the remaining work in 4 days. Okay. So here we have given, like in the previous example, only men days work only given. So in this example, men as well as days, hours and work also. So write it first. How many men are there? 64 men are there. And how many hours they are working? 8 hours they are working. Like how many days? 9 days. Entire work will be completed in 9 days. But like completed work, I'm writing 64 men and they're working 8 hours a day. And in how many days? 5 days. They just completed only 40% of the work. This work will be 1 unit, like 100% you can take. So this is only 40%. So the remaining work is, so same 64 members are there. Okay, the number of hours they have to increase, I don't know. And remaining work means 100 minus 40, it is 60%. Remaining days, how many days? Total 9 days, 5 already completed, remaining only 4 days. So here are given 4 days. Okay, substitute in the formula. What is the formula? M1 D1 H1 by W1 is equals to M2 D2 H2 by W2. Okay, so 64 into 5 into 8 divided by 40 is equals to 64 into 4 into, I don't know about hours, and it is 60. Okay, this 0 cancel, 64 cancel, 2 into 3 and 2 into 2, 2 into 1, 2 into 4, this 4 and 4 cancel. So only 5 here left and 3 here left. Okay, this is 3 and this is 5. So it will be cross multiplying. Hours H is equals to 5 into 3. So H is equals to 15. So total how many hours? 15 hours. If they are doing 15 hours in a day, they can complete the work on time. Okay. Yes. So hope you have got the same answer. Going to the next question. A hostel has provisions for 60 students for 150 days, but after 20 days, 40 new students joined in the hostel. So then the remaining provisions last for how many days? First, initially how many students are there? 60 students are there. So if only 60 students are there, the provisions will come for 150 days. But completing 20 days, okay, again 40 new students are joined. So now it is total 100 students. I don't know how many how many days it will come the provisions. If only 60 students are there, then 150 minus 20 is 130. Okay, if only 60 students are continuing, the hostel students provisions last for 130 days. But again, 40 more new members are added. So then total 100 students now it is there. Then we have to find out how many days the provisions will come. Okay, so just do it. This is students like M1 and D1 is equals to M2 D2. Okay, so what is 60 into what is D1? 130. Otherwise here only I'll write. So 60 into 130 is equals to 100 into, I don't know about D2. Okay, so this 0 and 0 cancel. Here it is 0, 0 cancel. Only 13 into 6 it will be there. 13 into 6 is 78. So 78 days it will come. Okay, so the correct option is A. Hope you have got a clear idea about how to solve the chain rule, which comes under the time and work concept. So if you're having any doubts, feel free to comment on the section. Okay, thank you for watching. If you like this video, share to your friends also.